Okay, good day everyone. We will tackle about history and how to draw landscape designs for you and for your drawings, of course, and for your layouts. So for the history, we have ancient Egypt designs, the Greek designs, the Rome, the French, and the English. So we have contemporary landscape architectures. We will going to draw about we're going to draw about the the school, the parks, our house loans, and others. So what are the purpose of your drawings? So drawing is quintessential for the work of landscape architects. It is the ultimate tool to communicate the concepts and designs behind it. So before we are going to landscape, we need to lay out first what we are going to put in the certain places, instead of trees, the blooms or the flowers, the benches, and the tiles and others. So the pathways, it includes everything according on your layout. So that's why we need to put some legends on our drawings. So the purpose of landscape architecture drawings, so to translate the design and concept of a particular public area, which is your concept plan, your bubble plan, their schematic plan, and section and elevation. So to translate data for further analysis during planning and designing of the public area, to explain as to how natural elements will be integrated into the site. Example, your planting plan, because you actually needed to plant trees. And what type of trees you are going to plant? It is a fruit trees or such wood trees or palms. It is based on your layouts, your drawings. So that's why we come up into our legends. So for your drawings, designing ideas into action. So everyone loves the big idea, but now it's down to designing specifically how that idea will work. So instead of a green roof, it's the exact detail of how it will look, function, and also how the factors would influence it. So not only that, many projects require a series of drawing as part of a whole master plan or site plan. That's why you need to see the site before you lay out. Okay, because some of the architecture needs the sizes, the lengths, and the width of um, the area that needs to be um, done. So people behind the drawings, examples are landscape architects, but so we're going to tackle about now who creates it. You can most of the countries outside the world have some landscape experts. So architectural landscape architects, they have some features this, but then we have also some majors in horticulture, which is landscape gardening. So we need to practice that. So who uses it? So project manager, the site supervisor, the quantity surveyor, the land surveyor, the architects, or the landscape architects. So you are, as a major of horticulture, you need to landscape to become an architectural landscaper. You can have some license with that through online or some university, but then I don't know if Philippine exists the license for that, because we have also our license in agriculture, which is agricultural licensure examination, and that the thing is covered you for your major. So types of landscape drawings, we have process of landscape drawings. We have site analysis, the bubble plan, the plot plan, the perspective, and the planting plan. So we have some locations. We need to anticipate the precipitation and hydrology, which is the rain, how much is the rain in that area. If we need some, if that place like Middle East, we need some um, a drainage, diba? An irrigation system that need to water the plant daily and not to become drought. So we need some orientations. We must know the soil type and the condition and the temperature and sun path. So we're going to plant and face our, our drawings and layouts possible in the east area, because that east area will help us to make some positive reviews on our works. So for the site analysis or the bubble plan, for the lake, our change house, our lawn, our patio, the tennis court, so we need to analysis where are we going to put the lawn or the lake if we're going to design such big areas. We're going to put the fountain, the courts, the tennis court, the basketball court, and your house as well, your garage. Yeah? So you need to analyze everything, and that's not simple. So for the house, you cannot. We have no license to make a house design, diba? But we can be a landscaper outside our home, the resorts, and even the interior if you're going to put some plants, because it also included as landscape gardeners or landscapers. Plat plan, so we need, because of that area, as after the site plan, okay, we need to plat. We need to know the radius and the meters, the centimeters of every areas that we're going to have. If you need some 10 by 10 meters of your area, you need to plan that in something that it is good, or mas maklaro siya, no? Makita siya. Dili siya mulapas, because it will harm your drawings and it will not be followed if some legends, your areas, are lacks of it. So your concept image, okay, we have here some plants, diba? But then, you must you must put some the names of the plants that you're going to use for your customers, and your clients need to know. Baka hindi nila gusto yung sa certain plants, or or they suggest the plants that they are going to they want to put in their gardens, their resorts. That's why you can add for them. An example, if it is the whole bond paper, you can drawing as this small side, or the 3/4 side of the bond paper. In the least 1/4 of the bond paper, you can put the legend according to the shape of your designs. And the perspective view, that is the finish, possible finish of your active the plan. So example like that. So it's a simple but then elegant. As you can see, we need to use pencil colors to make it not dirty to see. And it is my example drawing with legend. As you can see, it is so complex, but then you will learn from it. So a simple drawing, a simple colored pencil used in the drawing and used as a line. So you can see the same design have some legends. So we have some scientific names written on the plants that needed to be planted in the areas. and the design of the patio, the design of the pool, the design of the trees and the plants. It's different. But then, if the same plants planted, so the same feature lang ang ay the drawing. So for development of landscape plans and drawings, we have first the site and context development of drawings. So we have General Meister Memorial Park at Slovenia. As you can see, it's like, diba? Parang wall lang ng bahay. The design. Not everything puts into places, no, na nilagyan ng mga turf. So the other part has spacious lang also, or the sand lang and the gravel. So what is the site and context? So the city, the suburbs, and the countryside must be viewed as a single evolving system with nature as much as must every individual park and building within the larger whole. So according to Anne Winston Spern, it's like the city or the suburbs or us as example of the countryside, which is the provinces. So we have one evolving system of nature. So for the site, inventory and analysis, the recording and the mapping. Of course, we need that. The mapping, we don't put some designs if bawal siya. Same lang siya so kung magpatawad kag building, we need, labo na kung bigger buildings, you need to consult the DPWH or the yung um, para hindi kaya pa kuan siya sa earthquake, dili siya agihanan sa earthquake line or sa fault line ng earthquake. So we need to see that and consult some experts before building if you're going to build sa. Pero that's not your job anyway for selecting buildings and places. But then if clients want it to have their loans that and their results to be done, so you need to follow them. You're, they are just your client, but also you can suggest as your perspective wants. So we have climate, seasons, the regions, the microclimate, and the climate change. So that's what we have in this world from the world climate change. We have two seasons, the dry and the wet seasons, and the regions. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 climates, microclimate, which is the type 1, type 2, type 3, and the type 4 climate, which is divided in the from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So we need to locate first some land if it is good to establish some site. And also the water system is included because examples nga sa Middle East, they have some dry seasons, ba? Because it is a desert and needs more water because it's totally evaporate. That's why they use a water system that can help everyone, the plants, to water daily and have automatically be wet with the help of the irrigations. So that's the system now. But we need some source, of course, the lakes and even the mountains. For the plants, so According to Elizabeth Marshall Thomas, I saw that animals were important. I saw that plants were even more important. And I was also to learn that compared to many of the other species, we weren't important at all except for the damage we do. We do not rule the natural world despite our conspicuous position in it. On the contrary, it is our lifeline, and we do well to try to understand its role. So, examples for the water systems na itong balikan. It is a vertical garden that they put into the wall for them to water daily, or physically the water system inside the wall or behind the irrigation between the wall and the plants. So for the cultivation and identification, you need to identify first your plants. 'Di ba? You must know the plants because some plants harms people that if you touch it and it will have some allergies, and some will kill you because of its poisons. So cracked concrete garden proves that many plants have a way of surviving even with minimal resources. The project took a site that was previously paved with concrete and transformed the land into a true pace of urban wild. Because of the help of the concrete, yan, may mga linya. So, water will flow. So, you need to study the topography of the site, of course. If this is contours, or you must have some site surveys. So for the landscape, wilderness plus nature, of course, and built environment after. So how do landscape drawings develop? So first, we need to sketch, of course, of course. We need to be analytical, observational, and being conceptual drawing because we need some practice for the certain type. So I'll accept the activities you pass, but then we need to enhance everything according to the details given to you on the workbook. So according to Vincent van Gogh, 'di ba, an artist, so I sometimes think there is nothing so delightful as drawing because it expresses your feelings and your emotions as well as you draw. So you need to put some heart on your works. That's why some client needed and want your output. So for your projection, we have an ortho. First, an ortho, you can see the boxes. Then your scale or plan or section of elevation. We have front elevation, your aerial view, and the front view or your back or the side view of your drawing. But then I required you to have some aerial view, which is that this green part of the drawing, which you can see it from the top. So for your perspective, we have hind drums, which is used as computer rendered. But then, it's a sketches lang naman. But then, it can be scanned through computers and then analyzed after. The next is axonometric and isometric using 3D images and used as AutoCAD, no? But then I did not add AutoCAD to your activities because some of you don't have some laptops on a high grade laptops or more processors, good processors of your laptops. So the ratio of your laptop maybe is 1/3 or maybe 1/4 of your class size. So I think sketches and drawings on your bond paper or your sketch pads is only needed and not the using AutoCAD. So for the models, we have sketch models or the presentation models. So this photo is from David Hackney, which is a computer aided design, which is the thing that I mentioned earlier, that the AutoCAD, which is the computer aided design, which you can design at the computer using the features there. So you can put some squares, and after you can have your perspective according to sa AutoCAD kasi nilalagay talaga yung mga spaces, the meters, the inches of different drawings that you put. So detailed siya. And even after, you can put the materials that is used on your drawings or your layout. So it's easy if you know how to AutoCAD, but then we have a problem using our materials, which is the your laptop or the desktop, which is an high end, which can be installed by AutoCAD. Another AutoCAD is CAD means computer aided design. Example, photo montage, 3D imaging. The thing, you can click that on the AutoCAD and automatic it can put on your design. And you can add the names of the plants that you are going to put. So it's easy to design than your drawings because you need to draw exactly. But then using AutoCAD, you can click some feature your pictures, and even the page show they have some designs that is already available in the Philippines.